hello. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I'm late. I'll go over that in a sec, but I was out and I had to quickly eat my dinner. Before we continue, before we go on, I'm just going to post the link out. So I'll just be 2 seconds. I mean, I'm usually unorganized, but this is pretty bad for me. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. God. Oh. How's the music, by the way? Is the music too loud, or just let me know, because if it's too loud, then I'll turn it down. Cool, right. Almost done. Now, before I go on any further, I'm going to open this can. Oh, fuck. Okay. Right. I think I'm ready. Okay. Sorry about the wait. I was out. I was out fucking Christmas shopping. And then I realized I was absolutely starving and I hadn't had any food whatsoever. So I decided to really quickly pick up a KFC. So that's what I just had. I just had the chicken tender things, and it was very nice. I've still got some left because I didn't eat it all, but I was like, I don't think I would have been able to do the stream if I didn't eat, so I'm glad I kind of got that out of the way now. And I'm just getting my tablet ready. The stream is not sponsored by Fanta Orange or KFC, so just putting that out there. But if you would like to sponsor me, then maybe we can arrange something. But, excuse me. Yeah, okay. So we've got 3 people in the chat now, or watching at least. We have Molly, my good friend, and we have Wispy Gold, my other friend. My other good friend, who is watching something else, finishing an episode of something, but my eyes are firmly on the art. Oh. Wait, are you listening to me now? Make sure I get a boneless bucket or 2, says Wispy Gold. Yeah, okay. How about no? How about I eat it all? How about only I get to eat all of the sponsored food? But yeah, I quickly did some Christmas shopping. I'm nowhere near done by like any stretch whatsoever, but I got a few things which I'm quite glad I got out the way now. Um, but town was quite. I mean, it was busy, but it wasn't um, too bad to be fair. But before we continue, I just thought I would follow on from the last stream last week, and this is what we did. This is what I did, but um, I went back and tweaked it a bit. So yeah, here we go. Here it is. So we drew this live last week on stream. We did the coloring, we did the shading, but I didn't really like the way it was shaded, and I didn't like some of the colors, so I went back and I redid it slightly. So it's got more of a purplish kind of theme to it. Um, it's Andrew here as well, looking good, buddy. Well, Andrew, you know what? It would be great if you were watching on your own separate account, just so it would, rack up the numbers for my Twitch stream. But I mean, you being there, it's fine. It's fine. It's acceptable. It's not great. You haven't went as far as Sophia has, where she's got her account ready and logged on and started watching. So yeah, eat a dick. No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate you being there. Oh, 5 people now. Hello, 5 people. Hello. How are you guys doing? But yeah, so this is what we did last week. I quickly painted the background. It's not great, but it gets the job done. And I need to add the text with the ZZZ just to show that he's asleep. And then underneath the text and underneath my character here is going to be the social media links, which I will sort out hopefully after this. I've been kind of lazy with art lately. I haven't really been doing much. So hopefully this gets things into gear a bit more. I'm just going to take a look at the chat quickly. Nah, can't let you get that sponsorship. That's for me on my Twitch channel. Oh, looks like I didn't join last week, so this is the first time seeing it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was quite fun. I'm really proud of it. Like originally, I had some problems with it, but I think it looks pretty decent. I'm not really sure how long this stream's going to be. The last stream that we did was about how long was it? It was about an hour. No, 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. I don't know if I'll. Oh, charming. I don't know if I'll be streaming that long necessarily, but we'll see. We'll just see how it goes. I'm not expecting everyone to stay for the full time because you've got other stuff to do. I appreciate anyone taking the time out of their day to sit and watch me. But yeah, let's get started on this bad boy. But before we actually do, I'm going to. Well, I've turned down the transparency so I can sketch it. Let's name that layer sketch. And before we continue, I'm going to do a couple of warm-ups. I'm not going to do too many, just because it takes me forever. Hang on, I'm going to see if I can change that. Okay. So I'm going to do a couple little warm-ups, just a few little ones, just to get us started. And yeah, then we'll go into the drawing, hopefully. Okay. I had a good idea for what I was going to draw earlier for a warm-up, but I can't think of anything. So I guess I'll just go back to old reliable. I'll do a Simpson. I'll do Bart, because I did Homer last week. So I'll do Bart. When he's at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I remember watching one of the documentaries on The Simpsons, and they always said that was one of the most, that was one of the things you needed to get right with Bart, was that he had 9 spikes. Although I've kind of started this really weirdly. Oh god, this looks horrible. This is not an on-model Bart, by the way. This is just whatever I feel like. Oh, shit. I'm liking it already. Shit. Oh, it looks fucking epic. My eyes are usually stuck together like that. So, Blart. Paul Blart. I should draw Paul Blart next, from memory. How are you guys anyway? What have you been up to? Have you had a good week so far? I know it's hump day, so we're about halfway through the week, which is good. Um, Me personally, it's been alright. It's not been the most productive, I'll admit. Um, I haven't really been drawing or animating lately. I've just been kind of focused on other stuff. But um, otherwise, it's been fine. It's been okay. Um, and then today I've been doing some Christmas shopping, which is like the first kind of major haul that I've been going through. Um, Hang on, someone's texting me. It's annoying the fuck out of me. Okay. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, I've just been into town and I've got some more presents. I can't really spoil whose I've been getting, but I'm pretty sure that they will like it. I hope everyone likes all their gifts, to be fair. There's a really shitty bot. I will draw Stewie. Let's draw some Stewie. Oh, Brian. These aren't going to be great, by the way. These are just going to be really quick, really stupid drawings, just so I can get get my hand going. Damn you both. I mean, he looks better compared to Bart. Like, my Bart is terrible. Let's draw one more. Let's draw one more. I'll draw Garfield because he was added to he's added to that Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl game recently. I'm just going to draw him from memory though, so this has the potential to be really bad. Andrew says, do your best Stewie impression. Okay. Oh, Brian. This reminds me of the time that... I sort of lost it at the end, but... Garfield for Smash. Well, he's in that Nickelodeon All-Stars game, so it's about the closest thing you can get to Smash Brothers. It's kind of like that. And his head always fucks me up because his ears are... How the fuck? His ears are like... They're attached to his eyes, but they're not. It's fucking weird. And then his face kind of goes out like that, right? And then he's got... It's a fucking chunky fucking Garfield here. I mean, I know he's fat, but... Oh. We can't forget his stripe thingies. Yeah, okay, fuck it, that'll do. That's Garfield. Yeah. Okay, well, that was a fun time. Take one last look at these guys, because this will be the last you see of them. I don't think the stew's too bad, honestly. Okay, let's get rid of that. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Let's get fucking serious, guys. I'm not fucking messing around here, okay? Oh, that's way too big. What did I do? I'm just thinking, last time did I use black as the color of my brush and then did I change it, or did I just... I'll just go with this, fuck it, it's fine. Okay, so yeah, we'll actually maybe make it smaller. Yeah, 15. We've got to remember that it's got to be 15. The brush size is 15, just to make it consistent. But yeah, we are drawing my character, who, as I announced previously on the last stream, has had a name change. So, because, you know, some people didn't catch the last stream, I'm not saying I'm disappointed in you, but anyway, yeah, I announced that he has a name change. So originally he was, this character was based on me, when I was about, I don't know, maybe 18, 19 or something like that. And he still kind of is. But his name was always Super Aaron, which I never liked. I thought that was always just really terrible and very, cringeworthy. So, I've spent like ages trying to figure out like another better suited name. And one night earlier the other week, I decided, when I was in the bath, I decided, fuck it, I'm going to look up what like baby names would be good for him. Like male names that begin with A, because it needed to begin with A because his little logo on his chest. Where the fuck is it? Here it is. The little logo on his chest is an A, and I wasn't willing to change that. So his name had to begin with A. So I spent one night doing it, and I decided within the night. I wrote a few down, and a few of the choices were Axel, which I thought sounded a bit too, I don't know, maybe like extreme. It sounded a bit too like, oh, dude, Axel. It's got like an X in it, and I just thought, I don't know, it just doesn't really fit the character. I forgot what the other names were. I wrote them down somewhere on my phone, but I'll see if I can get them out later, maybe. But I decided on Abel, Abel, so that is his new name. I don't really like that I. Sorry, I'll fix that. But yeah, his name is Abel, which I thought was really suited his character, because his character, even though I haven't really talked much about his personality, it very much fitted in my mind, Abel, because it's quite a soft-sounding name. And this character is, I mean, he has superpowers, he is a superhero, but he's not quite as, confident or as, able as some other superheroes. So I thought it was a cool name. And also, I mentioned this on last stream, but it also has some connection to the Bible. I've totally forgot what it was. Wasn't it like, Adam? It was Adam and Eve's child, who got eaten. No, not eaten. Sorry, he got killed by his brother. His older brother. He was the youngest, and he got killed by his older brother. So, I don't know. It just sounded like a kind of young-sounding name to me, and I thought that kind of fit very well. My character isn't going to get eaten by his brother, though, so don't worry. Oh, we got 5 people in the viewing. I keep saying in the chat for some fucking reason. Hello there. Hello. How are you guys doing? His nose is a bit big. His nose isn't that big. His nose is meant to be much smaller. So go back and change that. Sugar. Okay. There we go. But otherwise, I've just been kind of farting about, as I tend to do. I've been, working, doing some other stuff. I've been playing games. I've been, relaxing about as much as I can in my free time mostly. That's mostly been what I've been doing in my free time this past week. But yeah, not really much from me in terms of news. I've just been carrying on what I've been doing, I guess. Just same old, disappointingly. Ewan says, hi, Aaron. Hi, Ewan. Ewan's my brother. So, yeah, hi, Ewan. I hope he heard that. I'm going to change this eye just a bit because it's kind of pissing me off. It's still not great. Oh. This is the really fun part of drawing, where you get to see me redo things over and over again until I like it. Hang on. Okay. I've got some riveting commentary here from me, just a lot of grunting and annoyances. Okay, that'll do, that's fine. So, let's merge those layers together. He ran away. Oh, typical. Bless him. But yeah. Here's a random question, guys. A really, really, really random question. Really, really random. But it's been on my mind lately. Who is you guys' favorite Ninja Turtle? Because I was thinking recently about Ninja Turtles as kind of a whole with as a franchise. I've always liked Leonardo, the blue one, the one with the two swords. I don't know if it's just because I really like, you know, the main dude. I usually kind of go for like the main character when choosing my favorite. But me personally, I've always really liked Leonardo, with Michelangelo usually being second. Andrew said Michelangelo, obviously. Well, I don't think that's quite obvious, really. I mean, I thought Andrew's was Raphael, the red one. Andrew is a friend of mine, by the way. He's a good friend. I've known him for many years. Is this like the first time you've came on the stream, Andrew, and it wasn't even you who did it on your own accord, it was Sophia? Thanks for the confidence, pal. I won't repeat what he just said about you thinking his favorite is Raphael. He was very offended. Raphael's normally the favorite, I would have thought. Raphael and Michelangelo. Mikey's definitely my second favorite, though. Donatello's cool, but Raphael always just kind of annoyed me just because he's... yeah, he's just angry all the time. Man, that face is pissing me off. Fucking hell. I think it's because I sketched too much here in this area, so my brain's getting confused. My coworker and I are watching, but the audio keeps cutting out. I don't know what to say about that. Maybe try your coworker's phone? Let's see. That's still fucking bothering me so much. Okay. Let's change this bit, because that bit is fine. So, let's go here. Maybe. Nope. See, now his chin looks too fucking chiseled. God fucking damn it. It's supposed to be round. Ugh. Oh my god. Let's see. Mine has frozen Twitch. Why? I wonder why Twitch is playing up tonight. I mean, what are you guys watching it on? Are you watching on phone or computer or console? Fuck. I think the reason I've been kind of on a weird like Ninja Turtles kind of well, I've been on like a super obsession or anything, but I found out one of the songs from the game through fucking really shitty TikTok, and I don't ever watch TikTok, so I try not to. But I watched a video, and I think it was just someone showing off their toy collection or something. But they had one of the Ninja Turtles theme. Well, it's not theme, but it's like one of the music bits from the soundtrack for one of the games. It's Turtles in Time, and I think it's called Sewer Surfing. Sewer Surfing with without the G at the end, Sewer Surfing. But it's a really good song, and I was listening to it over the past week, and it's quite good. I've never played that game, but I have played one or two Ninja Turtle arcade games, I think. See, the smile's pissing me off. I think I'm a bit more rusty than I thought. It's like that bit at the end. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. But yeah, my favorite was always Leonardo. I always really liked him because A was blue and B was the leader and C he had, you know, the two swords. But I do quite like Raphael's size. I think they're quite cool as well because I used to use them on the Deadpool game quite a lot. Those were my go-to weapon because they were quite fast. They were probably the fastest, I think, like weapon he had, like in that game. But oh, his neck is way too thick there. Okay, let's see if I can ease that up. Andrew is still insisting that I ask your opinion on the Hollywood hit film Surf's Up. I haven't seen it. Yeah, no worries. Going for a sleep now. Not deserting you. Speak tomorrow. Bye. I haven't seen it. Yeah, I remember. I think it was at McDonald's when I was like 10 years old, and I got one of the toys from it, but I genuinely don't know anything about it, really. I think, didn't it have, like, a crossover with WWE? Or something like that? Like, there was a weird trend when, like, a bunch of animated characters in movies started doing, like, crossovers with WWE. Like, everyone knows about the John Cena bit from the Scooby-Doo one. But, yeah, they also did it with the Flintstones as well, I think, and maybe the Jetsons? I don't know why, like, that's such a weird idea. Andrew said that was Surf's Up too. Well, I'm pretty sure they both could have been, you know, at McDonald's, right? Like, I don't think it's that crazy of a thing. I think they both probably were. I wasn't 10 when Surf's Up 2 came out, but I remember it was Surf's Up at McDonald's. So it had to be the first one. It had to be. It just fucking had to be, alright? You meant the WWE character combo. Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, fuck. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, that took me a sec. Oh god, my light just went weird. Yeah. So for the first Surf's Up movie, it was at McDonald's, but then the second one was could have also been at McDonald's, but did the WWE crossover. Okay. Don't shoot the messenger. So did our light. I think it might be power grid issues. Yeah, probably. I mean, it's with all these storms and stuff going on. Stay safe out there, guys. Yeah, for context, there's been a few storms around my local town / city. And I think it's hitting the UK in general, but it's been quite bad over the last few weeks. Look, today it wasn't too bad. It was just kind of cold. It wasn't too windy or anything like that. That's looking okay so far. I think the hair's a bit exaggerated, but yeah, actually. Oh, excuse me. I might redo the hair a bit. Maybe in a bit later. Let's just press on for now. I just think it goes out a bit too much, so we'll come back to that. But for now, let's continue on with his costume. But don't ask me any lore stuff about this character either, just because I haven't really figured it out. I figured out aspects, but not loads of stuff. Let's see. Okay. But I was hoping at some point, hopefully, within the next few weeks of these streams, maybe I can try and do. Actually, I should probably save. I was hoping I could maybe try and do some animation on here. I'm not really sure how well that'll pan out, just because of my computer can barely sort of keep up with Clip Studio. It's not been too bad tonight, but my computer is fairly old. It's 5 years old, which isn't really super old, but I mean, I think it's just all my files that are like slowing it down. I've got like a lot of shit on here. Let's try and do one. Finger there. And just for variety, we'll have another finger down here. I'm an unprofessional finger drawer. See, things are getting a bit messy here. Yeah, those don't really look like fingers. We'll redo those. Okay. Let's get this big fingy. Get rid of that. And then let's redo this bit. I'm not very good at drawing hands or fingers. I just tend to get on with it. By the way, how is the music? Is the music okay? Is it not too loud? Because if it's too loud, just feel free to let me know, and I'll turn it down as soon as. Because there's no point in me talking if you can't hear me. See, if you had 4 fingers, that would work, but because I want to be a purist and draw 5, it kind of makes things a bit too complicated. It's just your dulcet tones. Is the music not on? I can turn the music up. Oh, I can kind of hear it. I'll turn it up a little bit. How's that? Is that okay? Oh, YouTube, I just realized. Is that, because if that is taking too much away from my voice, then perfect. Okay, great to hear. Cool. Well, what are you guys doing now while you're listening / watching this? Are you playing a game, or are you literally just sitting here watching it? Oh, that sleeve is annoying the shit out of me. Let's get rid of that. Okay, sweet. Andrew's playing Yakuza, Cleo is chilling and trying to eat the leftovers of Andrew's tea, and I'm just watching. Oh, that sounds nice. I'm glad you guys are having a chill evening. I wasn't sure if I was going to stream this week, personally, just because, you know, I've got to be kind of in the right mindset for it, because one of the, I think the hardest things about streaming is the fact that even though I'm talking right now, because I don't have anyone to kind of bounce off of, I don't know if I'm doing a good job conversationally until obviously like maybe later on, where I can go, oh, well, I talked about this too much, or there was, you know, I didn't shut up about this, or I was too quiet, you know, so, my finger's still too thick. So I think that's one of the hardest things about streaming, to be honest, and also being able to focus and draw at the same time. I usually, when I'm drawing, I usually do just listen to music, or maybe podcasts or some streams on the odd occasion, but not too often. I usually prefer music, but it's a bit more difficult than you like would ordinarily assume, I think. I mean, I haven't tried playing games and streaming yet, just because I don't have the equipment. It's something I want to do eventually, but for now, I think it's best that we just stick to drawing, because it means I can be productive as well. And if I've got a video game, then I'm not exactly being productive, unless I'm being productive in the game, but because I think I would like to mix it up now and then, do some drawing and then do some gaming. See that like wrist is too fat, so let's make it go up a bit maybe. There we go. Okay, and how about that? I don't usually, when I'm drawing, oh god, that like the line of action is so fucking bad there. Okay, right, well, we're gonna twist the hand around a little bit so it looks a bit more natural. It looks fine in the sketch, or it looks like usable, but let's switch that around. Maybe if I actually put the anchor point here, that might work. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay. Shitting hell. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Sweet. Well, not sweet, but it's fixable. We can fix this. We can fix this. Okay. Although you might have noticed that now, because we've distorted it and twisted it around, it's the quality isn't too great now. So if I colored it, for example, let's just quickly do that. Actually, you can't really tell. That's not too bad, actually. Okay, fair enough. Well, let's get back to it. So I'll fix this wrist a little bit up here. Fix that. So when it's connected, it will go straight like that. Okay. Sweet. I'm trying to think of like what I've been watching recently, but I haven't really been watching a lot of shows. I've been mainly watching YouTube videos. I've been watching Seinfeld on the occasion, just because I've been kind of getting into that a bit more, and it's quite good. I actually really like it. I can see why a lot of people do. Even though it's a sitcom, it's quite like different for being a sitcom. It's not, always happy, and like, the characters aren't always nice people or great people, but it makes it fun to watch, I think, and I think that's why a lot of people like Always Sunny, which I've only just watched a few episodes of, so I can't really say. Okay. I mean, the fingers are... that finger's kind of bothering me. Let's get rid of that. But yeah, I've been watching... Let's see, what have I been watching? I've been watching a lot of a horror channel called Dr. Wolfula, he does a lot of kind of comedic horror reviews. What else? I've been watching Harry Partridge's Harry Partridge's I can't get that word out. Harry Partridge's stream. There, we got there. Some of his streams have been really good, and they've been kind of helping me get an idea of what I want my streams to kind of be like. Just because they're super chill and they're really nice to listen to when I'm working or when I'm animating. And I've been kind of rewatching all of his videos as I've kind of been doing that. So shout out to Harry Partridge. He's a really cool animator. He's probably the best animator on YouTube, I think. Maybe, probably. Nah, not maybe. He probably definitely is. Probably definitely. Okay. I mean, the hair's better, but it's still... See, that chin's still kind of bothering me a bit as well. It's a bit too thick. Hang on, we'll see if we can quickly fix that. it's like I'm feeling quite tired after going out and doing all that shopping and everything. I don't think you realize like how much movement you're doing when you're shopping and going out and going out to all these shops and stuff. It's quite good. I've probably done like a lot of steps today in that regard. Even though I wasn't out too long, but I was kind of in I wouldn't say a mad dash, but something like that to kind of get everything ready. I was definitely in a mad dash towards the end though, and I was trying to get home on the train just to make sure I was here on time for the stream. There's one thing I need to do as well is go back to the gym. I haven't been this week yet. I was hoping that maybe I could go towards the end of the week, just because I've been doing really well with it and I've been sticking to it. Like last week, I actually felt some sort of progression. I actually felt like I was working towards something, and my body wasn't quite as exhausted as it normally is after working out. But then this week I just haven't went at all. Although last night I did have kind of an excuse because it was my sister's birthday, so we went out and we had Chinese food, which was very good. Yeah, that looks better. That just fills his face a lot more. It looks it's a bit wider, but it works, I think. I might still play with the hair a little bit just because that like looks too long. It should be more like kind of coming in more inwards as it goes down, maybe. Like, I'll figure it out later. I'll figure it out. We'll move on to the body next. So, because he's kind of a chunky boy, we will do this. Happy birthday to your sister. Thank you. Well, I'm sure she says thank you. I'll tell her. Count. Nope, that's not good enough. Okay. That's still not good enough, dang it. But I think I drew this the other night. I sketched this out, the other night when I was finishing up the Twitch, this thing. I was doing the background for it, and I think I was itching for something a bit more, I don't know, I just wanted to do some line art, I think. This isn't for anything in particular, this is just meant to be a fun drawing. So I'll be posting the Twitch one on my, I was going to say personal, on my accounts within the next few days, hopefully. Hopefully I'll get it done maybe tonight or tomorrow more likely, or I don't know, we'll see. See how things go. So because that's kind of a crease there, we'll see if we can manipulate that. Okay, there we go. And let's see here. Yeah, that's looking good so far, I think. Yeah, that's looking okay. So this is the part where we get to do the logo, but it's going to be a little bit smushed because of the sort of crease with his chest kind of going inwards to his belly. So, but in regards to this character though, this character's design originally was, and Andrew will know this because he was actually involved, but me and him and another friend were actually working on making a potential kind of show, like an internet cartoon, and it was meant to be based on us. So is this character Abel, his original design is based on me, but now because my character, the character that I draw to represent myself with the curly hair has changed so much that this character doesn't really represent me anymore. So I can totally understand why people would still assume, but he's got this really long straight hair, which I don't have anymore because I used to straighten my hair, and he's probably, I don't know, he's probably shorter than me, maybe, we'll see, but he's meant to be kind of on the shorter side, maybe like 5'6" or 5'7" ish. and he is a bit more, I guess, juvenile and kind of still observing the world. He's meant to be, I will say this, for law, he is meant to be in his first year of university, or college if you prefer calling it that. That is fucking bothering me. God damn it, I'm sorry. Fuck you. But yeah, this character is like, his kind of stories are going to be based on my experiences and, you know, life experiences at uni and a few other things, but he is entirely his own thing. This character is definitely not me. He was originally, but now he's not. So there you go. And I'm hoping that the name change will help differentiate him from me enough. But he is meant to be quite young and kind of inexperienced as a superhero. I've been trying to write the pilot as well in my free time. I haven't really worked on it for a bit, but I have been doing some concept art, and writing down some, you know, story ideas and what have you. Just different things, bits and bobs, really. I have a pilot story written out, but I don't know if I'm necessarily going to stick with that one. I think that'll be a first draft. So. Sorry, that part was kind of annoying me. The bit on his pelvis, I guess. It's not pelvis, it's waist. That's the word. Andrew's only contribution is to say concept farts. Well, Andrew, you know what? You better be glad that you're on your girlfriend's account, because if you weren't, then you would be banned from the server, never to return. You'd never come back. You're fired. You're fired from the show. You're fired from the internet show that we were working on like 7 years ago. I got pretty far with it as well. There's like 4 minutes of animation footage that I did, but I had to stop it because my computer died at the time, which is why I've got this new one. Well, new one, it's still quite old for the past 5 years. And yeah, my computer died, so I lost a lot of progress, and it just kind of derailed me enough to not really want to go back to it. He's sad that you guys never finished it. Yeah, me too. I'm sad that we never finished it, because even though it's probably, I mean, we watched it earlier this year, I think, again together on Discord, and I thought this is cringy and it's not very good, but we would get better. That's the thing. It's like, that's the great thing about making stuff is that you're putting yourself out there. You get better as you go. A crappy or cringy something is better than nothing at all. So we should have just went for it. Hello, Reese. Arnold Mooch. Thank you for that. Reese is a good buddy. But yeah, I was just, for context there for people who might be jumping in, I was just chatting about a kind of pilot that me and my friend Andrew were working on a few years ago. I was thinking maybe, I don't think I would finish it at this point, just because of how old it is and it's really outdated compared to my current stuff. But maybe one day, if I reached a certain kind of, threshold with subscribers or something like that, or Twitch followers or something like that, maybe I'd release it as kind of a fun little special. And I thought that maybe we could, I don't know, maybe we could do like a, not a Q&A, but like maybe a stream that is a Q&A, but maybe we could like talk about it, sit down and talk about what we planned. But reboot, yeah. Reboot could work, maybe. I mean, that's the thing with being the age that we currently are, which is, in our 20s. The hard part is finding the time, because you're only going to lose more time as you get older. So you've got to kind of figure out what you want to focus on now, or maybe not now necessarily, but like you've got to choose what project you want to work on, and hopefully a lot of them work out. because me and Molly have had a few projects. Well, maybe not a few, but like we've had one major project that we were working on that got kind of put on the shelf indefinitely, and that was working out really well originally. But I just kind of I should say I just kind of lost steam with it because I would be animating and drawing everything, and I just couldn't really be bothered in the end. It wasn't really a story that I felt needed to be told at this point. But maybe one day I'll come back to it, so I don't really want to say too much about it. The only thing that I will say is that it has to do with an alien. That's going to be it though. Okay, I'm going to add this bit to the back, maybe. Maybe that's all. That'll help. But basically, what the show was, without spoiling too much, because oh boy, it was originally a show based on, well, me and my friends. So it would have been kind of like Ed's World. Actually, it was entirely like Ed's World. But I was hoping that maybe we could put in a bit more kind of continuity and character depth. Because Ed's World was always kind of about the fun misadventures. Like you could always just watch an episode and then carry on with your day. Whereas I was thinking with this one, it could be continuous, or it could like stories could lead into each other. Character moments kind of shine out, and then will be carried over to the next episode. The characters learn from their mistakes, that sort of thing. So there were episodes where you would be able to jump in and out, but it was just kind of, it was just kind of an Ed's World ripoff. Let's be real here. But it was fun, and it was like our version of it. So it was different, and I imagine over time it would have become more different as well, because Ed's World's still going and still doing its own thing, but our style of humor and I don't know about maturity levels of humor here, but specifically style of humor has changed over time. So one of my key things would be to kind of make sure it's different from Ed's World, I think, and all the other kind of Ed's World-esque shows. It should be called Munch's Universe. Excuse me. But my character was red, which is ultimately why Super Able, I haven't figured out a superhero name for him yet. That's why his color scheme is red, because my character's was red, and he has purple pants because my character also had purple pants. But now that character is not me, these are now Abel's colors. So a reboot could be fun though. In concept, I'll think about it maybe if I've got time. If I can be bothered, I'm so busy. Let's save that again. I mean, that shoe isn't the best, but fuck it, it'll be fine. See, I think the other thing that is a major problem with shows based on real people, or maybe not based on real people, but the characters kind of represent the real person, is that if people kind of fall out, then that right there is that can be a really bad problem when one of your major characters stops being involved, and you get questions like, where did they go? And you've got to kind of explain it to the fan base that you aren't friends anymore. It's not exactly the most professional way, I think. At least with a character, you could recast, or there are ways around it. You can kind of write them out the show, whereas if it's one of the lead characters, you can't really do that. Which is also kind of Todd from Ed's World, although I don't really think they should have brought him back in the cartoon, that is, because he's always going to just be Todd from Ed's World at that point. And that's the other thing. If in theory I made a show and then I brought in a friend or some friends, a group of friends, and they wanted to leave and do their own thing, they're always going to be kind of known as, the guys from Aaron's show, I guess, in that kind of way. It's a very cynical way, but it can happen, and their work won't necessarily be seen for what they want it to be seen as, just their own separate thing. They'll now be known as the guys from Aaron's show, and then I'll be kind of known as that as well. I'll be known as Aaron from this, whereas I don't really want that kind of thing to happen with friends or even me. I don't think being typecast is the best thing ever, and it can happen with animators too, I think. If you're known for only drawing one certain style, and then that leg sucks, sorry, I'm gonna get rid of that. But if you're only known for one certain style, that's all people are gonna expect from you. And I do have a specific style that I like to stick to, but I don't want to always stick to it, because then you're not taking chances and you're not taking risks, and it's not interesting. Or at least it's not interesting to me just to be stale and do the same thing over and over. I don't know where I was going with that. But I think if you do a show, you should probably try and make the characters different enough from you. The characters can still be based on you and your friends, but maybe try and make them different, just because in the long run it'll probably save you a headache of trying to figure out what happens if you fall out, or what happens if someone wants to just leave, someone wants to do their own thing, and so on. I don't know if this leg is a bit too long. It looks fine there, but it is a sketch, so let's just try and do the sketch leg length, and then go from there. But in the end, that is a very specific situation that may or may not happen with anything, but you've always got to be kind of wary of risks when you're working with friends, I think, because there can be arguments over what happens in the story or characters, or you can get disputes over payments and stuff if people aren't paid the right amount. That it can be a headache. I'm not saying don't make shows with friends. Obviously, if you got the right, if you jive with them really well and they jive with you really well, then go for it. But you just got to be wary that you're going to probably disagree on stuff. I have, on a few occasions, worked with, I guess, Molly in that sense. Molly's been kind of the person I'll kind of pitch ideas to and talk to about some things haven't even got off the ground, that with ideas with me, and she knows about them. But it's kind of nice that we can kind of you're able to kind of put that aside, work stuff aside, creative stuff aside, and then also hang out with them as regular friends as well. I think that's another key thing that you need to keep in mind, is just make sure to also be friends with them too, because as much as working with a stranger can be worrisome, at the same time you don't know them, so it's all kind of a work in progress, where there's a certain point with being friends with someone that you can know them too well, if that makes sense. Again, not that I'm against any of this, because, I think it would be something you'd have to consider and I would want to talk about, but it would definitely be something to address at some point, and it couldn't just be, oh, we're making a show, haha, this is great. There is parts of that, but also you need to be wary about that sort of thing, I guess. But I'll stop being a Debbie Downer. I'll stop talking about that, because it's probably not the most interesting thing ever. I'm going to see if I can go over that leg though, because the other leg is a bit more thicker around the outline. Andrew's explaining the concept of an art live stream to his mum on the phone. Just tell her it's like Bob Ross, sort of, except it's live and you can talk to me and interact with me. Like Bob Ross, she'll probably get that reference, right? That's how one of my uncles put it. He called me Bob Ross, but I'm nowhere near as positive as he is. I'm very pessimistic. and tired and not as charismatic. God, I love Bob Ross, says Sophia. I have not really seen much of his work. I know of it due to popular culture, but I haven't actually seen much of it. Crap. Your knob, Ross. Alright, you know what? Banned. Where's the ban button? Fuck you. Eat my butt cheeks. Cleo can come on the show. I mean, I'll probably be sneezing and coughing up, but, you know, she can come on. Cleo's a cat, by the way. I really hope my allergies for cats kind of fucks off, because I was considering getting one at some point in the future. Not for a while, but maybe at some point. Actually, I sent you a pic before she was cold at watching our stream. Oh, really? Oh, I haven't checked my phone yet. I've been focusing on the stream. I've been focusing on work, Sophia. God! I hope she recognizes my voice. That would be nice. That'd be cool. Okay. He is a bit more, I will say that he is a little bit more, I guess, lanky compared to how I would normally draw him. I usually like to draw him quite stubby or small, but I think with this pose he needed to be kind of, what's the word? It needed to be a bit more kind of stretched out, and I quite like the pose, so it works. Okay, so I guess now we're going to be doing the cape, and then I'm going to see if I can amend the hair one more time, and then we'll see about colouring. Freaking sweet. I'm doing Homer again, fuck's sake. Hang on, I'm just going to take a drink. Oh, that's good. Excuse me, sorry. I like how his legs kind of mirror his logo. It looks cool, says Sophia. Thank you. You know what? That's one of the things I don't really think I registered when I was designing him, because this character's been... Oh god, he was made 6 years ago. Ugh. I made him during college. Back then his design was a bit different. It wasn't quite as soft as it is here, and it was a bit more unrefined. I've kind of softened him up at several points, but I've also made certain aspects like a bit sharper. So, you know, his gloves and his t-shirt sleeves are kind of sharper, but his face shape is softer. It's kind of it's a bit more curved. His nose is softer. And his hair is also different as well. It's sharper, I would say. But with the patches on his jeans, the two circles, I actually wanted to put those there just because it kind of helped balance the color scheme, along with the black sleeves on his t-shirt as well. Yeah, it just kind of helps balance it out a bit more. And since black is quite a neutral color, kind of like white as well, it can kind of work in that area. But we will get started on the cape. I'm thinking maybe I might take a break, very small break, like 2-minute break, just to go to the toilet and anything like that, and maybe, you know, get another drink after I've done the cape, and then we'll, you know, I'll quickly come back. But I will literally be gone for like 2 minutes of that, so I'll just put I'll keep streaming, but I'll just put it on the intro page thingy that I've got going on, which I animated. So I'll see if I can do this. I'll try and adjust the hair, and then I'll take a quick break. Okay, flowing. Don't really think this works, so we'll get rid of that. One thing that I really did like when I was designing them was actually his gloves are meant to be kitchen gloves, so the ones that you wash dishes with, dishes with, and they're gonna be bright yellow. So you'll see that when we come to coloring. Oh my god. Let's have a look without the sketch. Yeah, that looks fine. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We'll give the hair another go quickly, and then if that doesn't work out, if I don't end up liking it, then we'll just leave it as it is. But for this, I'm going to turn down the opacity of the actual line art, and then I'm going to see if I can fix it on a different layer. So over here. This bit should be longer. No, maybe not that long. I like to make the middle one tend to stick out a little bit more compared to the others, and that one will go there. So let's quickly have a look at that. I mean, I kind of don't know if I like the longer one better. Hang on. Because it does kind of seem a bit top heavy to me, but I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you guys have like a preference? So this is the long version. Just gonna let you soak that in. And then, oh, that's not doing it. Hang on. Oh well, I guess I've gotten rid of it entirely. Oh well. Forget it. I'll try one more time. And then if not, I will just leave it. Because it doesn't look too bad, but it's just something about it makes it look a bit too top heavy to me. Maybe if we face it down a bit more, that might work. Hang on. Okay. Nah, I think I like the other one a bit more. Yeah, I don't know. That one just looks kind of right to me. I think the only thing that I think actually is bothering me. The other hairs are fine, but this one in particular looks like it's out too much. It's a wrong kind of shape. Okay, so get back the shape. See, that kind of extra hair there kind of helps even it out a little bit, I think. I prefer the longer, it feels more balanced and in line with the knee, but I'm not an artiste. No, but that's the thing, like, that's the good thing about getting feedback from different people is, you can kind of get they can help notice things that you wouldn't necessarily. That's why I like streaming so much, to be honest, because it helps give me some feedback. I think that works. I think the extra hair kind of, puts it, makes it look a bit less awkward. I'll see if I can make it a bit thicker though. Jesus Christ, I just heard some shouting from potentially one of my neighbors. Oh, not a neighbor, it's someone outside. Very cool, very swag. Okay, I'm just gonna take a quick break. We'll come back to it in a couple minutes, get it colored and maybe shaded. But for now, I'm just gonna take a really quick, maybe 3 minute break. So I will be back in, 2 or 3 minutes. Duh. Okay, 2 seconds. Sorry, my laptop was playing the audio really loud there. Okay, sorry, we are back. I just needed to get up and stretch my back out a little bit. My back's been killing lately. I'm not really sure why. I've got a new computer chair. Oh, I can talk about that. I set up a computer chair for the first time, which wasn't anywhere near as bad as I thought it would be. There were a couple points where I questioned myself on whether or not I did it right, but I mean, I haven't fallen over yet, so that's got to show something, right? But it's way better because previously I was just using a fold-up chair that came with the flat, and it wasn't very good for my back. This is way better, but I'm still, like, it's weird. Since I've set up the chair, I've had back problems. I'm not really sure if it's just my back not used to it yet. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm just getting comfortable. It's quite good though because it's got these retractable, is that the word? Retractable armrests, so I can put them up and down whenever I want. So I can get really tucked into my to my table. And it cost me £190, and I got it from Costco. Quality is very good so far. I'm really liking it. I haven't actually customized it at all, as in I haven't made it go up or down yet, or made it lean back really far or anything like that. I've just kind of kept it as it is, and it's doing me well. It's quite good. But enough about my chair. Let's get down to business. Okay, well, before we colour, I'm going to see if we can flip the drawing just to make sure it's okay. Yeah, I mean, because I already flipped it and fiddled around with the sketch, this one, I don't think it looks too bad. Actually, that looks pretty decent, I think, all things considered. I don't think it looks too wonky, so we'll just leave it. We'll just leave it like that for now. Oh, crap. So, right now, we're going to do some colouring. But again, before we do that, we've got to make the line art black. Oh man, that's such a contrast to what it was. I mean, that's like, you know, quite easy on the eyes, and then you go to this, to this. It's fine, we'll get used to it. There has been several occasions where I have done coloured line art for my art as well, but we'll see how it goes with this one. I'm going to see how the colour scheme goes. We might change the colours a little bit, we might have a fiddle around, but first we're going to go for the standard Able colours. So, what that means is, we're just going to go for a kind of very basic, the very, you know, a standard, non-threatening colour scheme. Non-threatening. I don't know why I used that word. Not a great way to describe it. But I'm just going to get these colours down. I usually try to go for a slightly off-white with the eyes, or any sort of white that needs to be put on the characters. Oh, it's getting hard to tell. This probably isn't great on the eyes, but it won't be too long, hopefully. Let's see. I find colouring on the computer really difficult, just because with choosing what colours you want to use, you can't always tell, because, you know, it depends on the light, the brightness of your own screen, and then also the brightness of other people's screens as well. So when you post it online, it might be totally different. I know for sure that when I was exporting stuff in Clip Studio Paint a while ago, the colours were just really off, and I have no idea why. I don't even know if it's been fixed. I just kind of roll with it. It's a bit darker. Okay, and we'll go for the hair. The hair tends to be the hardest colour for me to choose, just because it's so specific. It's too dark. It's getting there. It's a bit too saturated though. Nah, it's still too saturated. That's getting there. Yeah, that's getting there. Okay, sweet. So you'll notice as well, we've got these little pixels that are pure white, which I'm going to change the red so it's a bit darker. Yeah, no, that's too dark. But you'll notice these little white pixels like here. I'm going to go over them later on. I'm just kind of getting the colors down so we know what we're dealing with. So he has red shoes. And like I mentioned earlier, my character's color was red. I mean, originally, like at this time period when I was making this character, like before he became Super Aaron or Super Abel or whatever, he was just kind of me. And I think I chose the color red just because my other two friends, Andrew chose blue because that was always Andrew's kind of color. And then the other friend chose green. But originally around the time, green was my favorite color. So naturally, he had to die. No, I'm just kidding. So he chose green. And I chose red just because it was, different from that. But also, usually in different games that we played, I would usually play as Mario in like Nintendo games. So with that in mind, I always I was like, oh fuck it, I'll just choose red. It's like a solid color. It works. I don't even know if I've got a favorite color necessarily. I kind of do. I mean, it's like that burgundy color that I use for like all of my social media stuff. But like, it's fine. Each color has kind of a different purpose. So, and then we'll go for purple for the pants. Oh, that is not purple. It's hard to tell how much saturation you want with your purple as well, because we don't want it to be too distracting from the red. Maybe if we make it a bit more. Yeah, that's a bit better. That's a bit more purpley. Color this bit, this bit, this bit. There we go. Nice. Nice. The socks are white, that's fine. Okay, sweet. Quickly color this bit in. Fix that. Fix that too. There we go. Put my head up, now I'm feeling better. Sweet, okay. So the main colors are done. Now what we're going to do is use the Eyedropper Tool, and then we're going to choose a very light gray. Or I guess, I mean, it's supposed to be black, but There we go. I was just testing that out, that doesn't work. Okay. And the inside of the cape will be more of an orange color, and it will be a bit less separated. Jesus Christ, what the fuck is going on out there? Can you hear some horrible little shafts laughing really loudly? I hope the mic doesn't pick that up, that's really obnoxious. Okay. Actually, you know what? I think that black is fine, but it needs to be a little bit more yellow. There needs to be a bit more of a tinge to it, I think. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Sweet. Right. I think that's all of the colors done. Yeah, that looks like it. Okay, sweet. So, in that case, I'm gonna just name the layer color. Okay, cool. So, with that out the way, I'm gonna see if I can do some shading now. And then once we've done the shading, I might do a bit of, color altering, and then we will call it a day, I think. And I'll do the background in my free time. Something like that. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Kind of skin color do we? Skin shading, sorry. Yeah, that'll do. That's fine. Okay. Cool. So now we are going to do some shading. I don't know what the light source will be. We'll just kind of make it up as we go along. I'm thinking maybe we do that, and then we alter that color later. Get rid of that. And we do that. There we go. Sweet. Okay. I mean, this color will definitely be changed in a sec, but for now we're just going to make sure it's colored, so then we can go back with the red shading and fix that up. Let's try it. Nah, that's too much. Well, if we try this one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, that works. Okay, cool. So we're just going to try and color this bit. This is all subject to change as well. You know, we'll see how it goes, and then at the end of the stream I might, you know, edit it a little bit more. Sweet. No, that's not good. That's evil. I don't like it. I don't like that kind of shading. No, it looks like he's got snot. I can spend ages on this shit, man. I'm so decisive. Go. Okay. Now we'll try the hair. Let's see here. At least with this kind of pose, it's not quite as difficult as it was with the Twitch idol one. Just because that one, the character was in kind of a weird pose, or at least it was weird for me. It was a bit more difficult than what I'm used to, so it was kind of hard to figure out the shading on stream. But with this one, it's a bit more standard, so we can hopefully get away with doing a bit more standard shading to kind of fit that theme too. I'm thinking now the colors are a bit warmer, so maybe we should change that red. Maybe we should make the red just warmer too. Oh god, no. No, that's bad. Let's try that one. Yeah, that works. Yeah. Does it? Fuck. We'll just keep it like that for now, maybe. Or maybe I'll fiddle about with it in a sec. Nope, that's too bright. Okay, right. Let's fiddle with that a bit. I think it sticks out a bit, maybe a bit too much. Go back there. Yep, that's fine. Okay, sweet. So we got that bit of the hair done. Let's see if we can get these bits done too. It's actually a very, oh, it's not that similar. Thought it was a bit more of a similar color, but we'll be choosing very, you know, standard colors just to start out with, and then we will just see if we can move on to some more interesting colors in a bit, just because there isn't really a theme or feeling to this drawing. It's just meant to be some very, you know, decent, like, you know, decent personal promotional kind of art for this character. I'm hoping that maybe when I post it, I'm going to have in the background like Abel, something like that in the back. Couldn't remember how to spell Abel there, but Abel, so it looks a bit more So it's kind of like an announcement of his name, basically, of his name change. Because I've announced it via stream, but I haven't really announced it anywhere else. Okay, cool. So the head is done for now. Let's try and get that underneath here. I usually try to go underneath the chin in general for shading, just because I think it works the best in highlighting the head. I think so, anyway. See, this red shading looks too orange to me. It's I can't just let that go. I've got to try and fiddle about with that. Just one more. Oh crap! I think I've just. Yep, I did. I was coloring and I was shading on the color layer. Whoops. Okay. I mean, that'll do for now. That's a fairly safe kind of color scheme, but that'll do. That'll do. Okay. Let's do underneath. Sorry, this commentary isn't so great. I'm just kind of focusing a bit more. And we don't really have too many people viewing today, so the questions and conversation isn't entirely coming in, which is fine. You're always gonna get streams like this where it's a bit more quiet. Let's try and do that. There. Okay, that'll do. But you're always going to get, streams where it's going to be a bit quieter, and people aren't always willing to talk in the chat, which is always fine. I'm just doing these for fun. I'm just doing this because I enjoy it, honestly. So that's absolutely fine by me. See, now the torso is an area I always kind of fumble with, because it's quite hard to narrow the shading down on this kind of area, just because of too much is distracting, but then not enough just doesn't look right. See, and at other points as well, this could look too flat because I'm kind of echoing this line art here. Whoops, wrong brush. I'm kind of echoing this line art here, but then you've got kind of the bumps here, and it might not really work. Let's see if I can change that. Okay. Go back. Let's refine that a little bit. Maybe a little line there, just to kind of show that the extra depth is there too. Okay. And I haven't forgot about this bit. We'll correct that in a sec. Okay. Right, and then let's make this a bit more orange. I'm a big sucker for yellowy orange. I really like this kind of color, although it's maybe not. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Just trying to figure out the shading here as well. That's like another difficult thing I struggle with. With these kinds of drawings, it's well, in general, I think I need to do some more shading studies, just because it's kind of hard to figure out what goes where and what kind of shading would fit what. Ooh, maybe that shading's too dark after all. Let's see if I can change that. Yeah, that works. Okay. It's still kind of too bright, maybe. See, now my eyes are playing tricks on me. I think I will have a break after the stream is over from the screen, just because I haven't really been doing a lot of creative stuff lately, so this is kind of I'm fumbling a little bit. Okay, sweet. Also, I really hope that you can't hear my fridge in the background. It's been very loud. Yeah, we'll change this because the other cape patch thingy is not quite that dark or that bad. Okay. Oh man, that is Okay, sorry. I'm going to see if I can fix that coloring. That's not dark enough. It's too dark. Too dark as well. Alright, that should do it. That's like largely inoffensive, right? Yeah, that's largely inoffensive. Okay, now let's try the glove. And then we will make sure the thumb sticks out a bit more with this. See how that works. There we go. Nice one. Okay. Oops. What? Okay, my fridge is now not making as much noise, so I really hope that wasn't picking up. Okay, cool. That is pretty much sorted. I might go back and like add highlights later on, so kind of a lighter color there, maybe, but not yet. I think we'll just leave it like it is. And we will do this, and then we're going to add some shading here just to show that that is the lights, that is covering up the light source even. And here we go. Sweet, okay. Go back to the other glove now. See if we can get this one sorted. So this one is a little bit more complicated or complex because this hand is kind of facing forward, and as I'm kind of making up it as I go, it's kind of hard to tell on what kind of shading will be where. So let's back down. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, I think that works. I think I will change the finger shading a bit there, so it looks a bit, yeah. Sweet, okay. Sweet, that is working out quite well. And now we have the kind of difficult part, figuring out the glove. So, with the glove it should... There we go. God, I really hope you can't hear that. People are being really loud outside. I have no idea why. Nah, maybe that's too much. How about... So it kind of curves, so it looks a bit like it's curving downwards. There we go. Sweet. Right. We're more than halfway there, I would say. It's going quite well. Shading isn't too bad so far. There are probably some points that I will adjust later, but for now, this is not bad. And for the shading on the black, we're not going to make it entirely black. We're just going to make it darker gray. Almost black, but not entirely black, if that makes sense. So, carry on the theme of the arm. Let's see if we can get it. Whoops, okay. I'm going to doing that. And then you'll notice these little white bits here, which we're going to try and cover up. So we're going to try and cover these up now. Just going to have a drink. Okay, now we'll try the other sleeve here. This one is a bit more difficult, but I think we can get it. I think that'll work. I hope that works because we're going to be going through all the little white bits, so might as well. Can't get this little bit here. Ooh. And sweet. God, I keep saying that today. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, I think that works. Yeah, I think that's pretty decent. Okay. Maybe I think I might try and adjust this on this torso. Oops. The red bit, just because it's kind of sticking out a bit too much. Yeah. Oh my god, excuse me. Must be all that food digesting. Okay. Actually, I'll tell you what, this bit isn't really needed because we'll be going and adding shading here anyway, so we'll just get rid of that. Maybe smooth it out a little bit. There we go. Okay, so because there is kind of a fold here, I'm going to do a very quick kind of line through it. We'll just color it in and then we'll go back and change the colors in a sec. Sweet. All right. Oh. Excelente. It's a new one. Okay, cool. And we will go back and adjust those colors and then we'll see how it kind of fits together. So let's turn off that just because it's easier to shade. Oh. God damn, I'm making all kinds of noises tonight. Oh gosh. Color this one right there, and where is the yellow? Here we go. There we go. So it kind of looks a bit like it's folded in a little bit more, just because we got those shadows there. Okay, and then because we've done the upper torso even, we're going to try and do the excuse me, trousers. So let's get those trousers done, and then the shoes, the knee patches, and we will call it a day. Stream's been going on for almost 2 hours, yeah, so I think if we finish up in the next 10 minutes or so, I think that'll be a good idea. Hopefully this shouldn't take too long. Oh, whoops. It's just even out. Well, if it's going to be warmer kind of colors, then it's probably not going to be that one. Okay. Yeah, we'll move it closer to the pink. Yeah, okay. Sweet. Freaking sweet, Lois. Okay. Right. Let's go and don't worry, we're not keeping that. Get rid of that there. We'll keep that there. and shade this. Ooh. We will add some shading underneath here for the t-shirt, just to show that it's, you know, on top of something. Maybe not that much. Okay, yeah. And we will add a little bit of shadows here, just to show that it's not just completely flat, which is where his zipper is. And we'll do another bit of shading for the leg. And I'm thinking maybe we'll cover up that leg. Yeah, I think we'll cover up that leg there, just because it keeps it nicer and simpler, I think. You want to keep things nice and simple with these kinds of drawings, I think. With this kind of shading even. But with the black on the patches, we will add a little bit of shading there, just to show that it's not entirely two-dimensional either. We'll do the same here, actually. And then we'll go back and change the color. Oops. Yeah, I think this is the problem with working with pixels, because you don't normally get this sort of thing happening in Flash, where you'll kind of be coloring something and you hit, you know, you get the tool, sorry, the paint bucket tool, and then you'll go and, you know, add it to something, and then you'll get all these little white like dots, which is what I was getting earlier. You get those typically when you use a color that's very similar to the line art color. In this case, it was black. So we've had to quickly just go through there and kind of cover up the white spots. Just realized I haven't turned that back on yet, the white background. Sorry about that. Totally forgot. And okay, sweet. So the pants are now done. I would say the cape is kind of done, just because the cape, you don't want to overcomplicate it too much. I think I might go and add a little bit of yellow in there, and I might actually see if we can cover some of this up. At the very least, just because it's a bit too yellow for where it is, I think. Oops. Okay. There we go. Now it doesn't look like there's enough. Fuck. Okay. We'll add this and then maybe see if that works. Yeah, that works. That's fine. I might go back and adjust it later, but that works for now. So with a cape, I'm going to maybe see if we can kind of. Oops. We're going to see if we can kind of curve it off a bit, maybe. Just because the cape shouldn't really have too much shading, just because it's too much detail compared to the rest of the body, I think. You want to have some shading, but not too much. And maybe we'll make the shading in the back, on the inside of the cape, a bit darker. Okay, nice one. Oops. Whereas, as I was saying earlier, with Flash, you're working in vectors, so as soon as you hit enter with the fill tool, it just fills it all completely, whereas with this, it doesn't always do that with pixels. That was something I had to kind of adjust to when I came back to Clip Studio. Or not came back to, but I was used to working on I was used to working with vector colors, style of like drawing. So with pixels, it's a little bit different. Although I probably prefer it now. go. And we will see about doing this so that this part is not going to remain red. We're just getting it over with, just so it's colored. And then we can go back and add the light grey, or no, maybe not light grey, but something like that. So we'll just add the shoe. How did I do that? Okay. So this isn't going to have quite as much shading, but there's still going to be a fair amount on it. Nope. And now we will do the, I don't know what it's called, it's not the sole, but it's like the rim of the shoe, I guess. Do this bit. Okay. Nice. Nice one. Okay, so that is basically almost done. I might go back and adjust that eye as well, just because I think the right eye, specifically the iris, is a bit too thin compared to the other one. Okay, and we will get a light blue. See if this works. I think maybe a darker color might work. Yeah, that's way better. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so we'll go for this. Clean this up a little bit. Time we're on 1:57. I think we'll make it just in time. Not that I'm on a time limit or anything, but I think it would be nice to kind of finish off the stream with it being 2 hours. I think that's a fair amount of time to be doing this. Oh, shit! No, don't do that. Okay, there we go. And we will now color the socks because they're on the other side, so you won't really be seeing them. And yeah, okay, sweet. I will just fiddle with that eye one more time. So, just because the left eye iris is definitely a bit thicker. I don't know, how does that look? Does that look alright? I think it's okay. Maybe it could do with a bit of cleaning up. And, oh man, it's like now that I'm zooming in and now that I'm finishing up, I'm noticing all these little details that I need to sort out. Okay. It's a bit of the hair. It's fine. Let's put that. Up here. That'll be fine. Right, okay. So, I think for now that's actually alright. I'm pretty happy with that. I might quickly see what it looks like with shading on the eyes, and then we'll be done. Or maybe... Sorry, I just gotta try this. I think I like that darker blue more, so I'm going to quickly add this. We'll add this darker blue, we'll try shading in the eyes, and then we'll call it a day, I think. Gosh, my own perfectionism's so fucking bad. Yeah, I just think it adds a little bit more colour to it, and it's not quite as distracting. It seems a bit more in line with Abel's colour scheme here. Okay, and then we will quickly test this out. I don't usually like shading the eyes just because of how wrong it can go. In this scenario, we will try and use brighter. Okay. Nah, I don't really like it. It's just because, I don't know, I don't think it really needs it. I think I quite like it like that, just because it keeps it, you know, the eyes are one of the biggest central focuses of this drawing, I think. Aside from, like, his body, it's, like, facially. But we'll quickly try this style. I think that might work. That might have worked for a different kind of shaded drawing, but I think in this scenario, we'll just keep it like that. So, yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay. We do a colored background, and then that's it. That's it. That'll be the final thing. Just add that, so it's not too bright. And boom, there we go. That's not looking too bad. I was a little bit worried that I might fumble a little bit and fuck it up on the stream, but I don't think that's too bad. I think that's okay. You know, he sticks out. I think the line art's pretty decent. We had to change it a little bit. Yeah, that's okay. I'm pretty happy with that. Oops. Yeah, there we go. That's about 2 hours of work we did there. Well, not including the sketch, but yeah. I might go back and kind of change it a little bit more later. So I might add highlights to the glove. I might do more of a background. I said earlier I might do like his name in the background just to kind of show that, oh, this is what his name is now. But I'll leave that all for later on, basically when I'm doing it on my own. So yeah, I think that will be it for me. So yeah, I just wanted to quickly say thank you for those that stayed, and thanks for those that, you know, watched the whole thing. Thanks for those for popping in for a bit. You know, the fact that you're willing to spend a little bit of time watching my stream is very, very kind of you. So thank you for that. Hopefully I'll be doing these weekly again. So hopefully this will be, you know, this is the second week. So hopefully I'll be doing one next week as well. Maybe we'll see how it goes. I'll probably let you guys know. God, I sound like a fucking YouTuber. I'll let you guys know later on if I'm gonna. Fuck you. But yeah, thank you, Andrew and Sophia, for joining and talking. Thank you to Reese for popping in. Thanks to the people that popped in. It was nice to see you. But yeah, hopefully next week we'll be doing some sort of streaming again. If you want to keep up with the Munch stream, I doubt it, but if you do, then feel free to follow me on Twitter. It's @AaronMunch. On Instagram, @AaronMunch as well. Facebook is Aaron Munch, although the @ for Facebook is @TheAaronMunch. So take that as you will. And YouTube is The Aaron Munch. So all the links are in my About section on Twitch. So yeah, feel free to check those out if you want. But yeah, I think that will be it from me. So thank you guys for watching. Stay safe and take care. And I will catch you next week, hopefully. Bye.